Thank you so much. Y'all are a great bunch. So we might just sing all night for you guys. How about that? You can't get off the boat anyway, you know. You're kind of a captive audience, aren't you? So glad to be here with you, and we want to introduce briefly, you already know the guys, I'm sure, but please welcome our great tenor, Mr. Royce Taylor. Singing the baritone, Mr. Daryl Toney. Welcome, Daryl. And yours truly, I am Mr. not Richard Blackwood, but Terry Blackwood. Thank you very much. They have Richard on everything, but I'm not. I am a Richard, but I don't go by that. Well, what is that noise? Anyway, we're going to do a few little things that you've never seen before tonight, and try some things that maybe you've never seen. And so one particular one that we'd like to do for you right now is one that features Daryl on the guitar. I bet you didn't know that not only does he sing, he plays awesome guitar. All right? All right, Daryl, introduce it.
Sure. Give me a second to get all this stuff put together.
May I seat you, sir? May I seat you, sir?
Right.
Right there. That's for my boots, man.
All right, y'all having a good time? Yes. We are too. I need, Marcus, just a little bit of me more in the monitor, please. And let's see if this, isn't this a funny guitar?
Yes.
It also makes funny crackling noises too.
That's a holy guitar.
Extremely. It's called a frame guitar, and it's great because then it all explodes, and we have a fire. It's terrible. All right, can you hear my guitar?
Yeah.
All right. You all know the song "Guitar Man," right?
Yeah.
Great Elvis song. It was written by the great country music singer Jerry Reed. Great guitar player. And I was also not only a great Elvis fan, but I was a great Jerry Reed fan. And when I was a kid, I got those records and I started learning to pick like Jerry. He uses a thumb pick and his fingers. So the story goes, and I say the story goes, Jerry told me this story, so I know this is how the story goes. Elvis decided to record Guitar Man. And the guys in the studio played with a straight pick. And Jerry was using his fingers, and he tuned the guitar all weird different ways to get that sound. So when they started to record it, it wasn't feeling the same. So Elvis said, no, it's got to feel like the Jerry Reed record. So Felton Jarvis, of course, Elvis's producer, said, well, the only guy that can do that is Jerry Reed. So let me see if I can get him down here. So he called Jerry's house. And his wife said, well, Jerry's down on the Cumberland River fishing. And he said, can you find him? She said, I think I know where he's at. So she went down there, and sure enough, Jerry was there fishing. And she said, Jerry, Elvis is down at Studio B, and he's recording Guitar Man. He wants you to come play on the record. And Jerry, if you're familiar with Jerry, he was a very funny man. And he told me, he said, son, now, I don't want to sound like I was excited or nothing, but I was down there in 2.5 minutes and I was 18 miles away. So he was excited. So he went in there, and for those of you that have been to Studio B, it's kind of a small control room, and everyone was hanging out in the control room, and he walked in, and there was Elvis. And Jerry looked at him and he said, son, you're about the prettiest man I've ever seen. I kind of wish I was a girl, Elvis. And Elvis just loved it. So he went out there and tuned that guitar up, and they kicked off Guitar Man and made music history. Well, a few years later, Elvis did another Jerry Reed song called Talk About the Good Times. It was on the Good Time album. And if you listen to that record, you hear Ronnie Tutt counting it off. But when they cut that, Jerry was not there. So they said, Felton said, I want to get back to Nashville, I'll call Reed and have him play the break, the solo on this song. So he did. More music history. So we thought we would have some fun and do that song for you tonight. And gives me a chance to pick a little bit. So here we go. A little talk about the good times. Royce? Oh, yeah. Well, I remember when I was just children, a time when people used to treat their neighbors like a fellow man, of them all day singing, and them big bear people. When a man was proud to walk up, shake his neighbor's hand. Let's talk about the good times, talk about the good times. Oh, if you ever needed help, a friend was there. Some good neighbor will help lift your burden. Oh, and the simple joys in life your friends will share. But the times are harder, and the people are changing. And today most folks couldn't tell you who the next door neighbors are. All the guns are loaded, the front doors are bolted. Ain't this old world taking hate and fear just a little too far? Let's talk about the good times, talk about the good times. I wish I could just go back to the days I'm speaking of. When a friend would meet you, and a smile would reach you. What this old world needs now is old-fashioned love. Hey now. Well, old granddaddy, I got rest his soul now. Well, we had a big long talk together the day he died. He said, son, this world is so full of hate and venom, but I can't wait to leave this old place and rest on the other side. Let's talk about the good times, talk about the good times. Well, I'm gonna see all the friends I knew in the good old days. We'll have a big handshake, sit and talk together, sit down by the river Jordan, sing our cares away. Let's talk about the good times, talk about the good times, talk about the good times.
Mr. Bill Coney. All right. On his holy guitar, ladies and gentlemen. Holy guitar, that man. We're on the gospel ship tonight. Well, I'm gonna take a trip in that good old gospel ship. I am going far beyond the sky. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna shout and sing until all heaven appears. When I bid this whole world goodbye, goodbye. I have good news to bring. That is what I sing. All my joy with you I've nothing to share. Well, I'm gonna take a trip in that good old gospel ship. Gonna go sailing right on through the air. Well, I'm gonna take a trip in that good old gospel ship. I am going far beyond the sky. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna shout and sing until all heaven rings. When I bid this whole world goodbye, goodbye. wait. I know I don't wanna be late. I wanna spend all my time in prayer. And when my ship comes in, I'm gonna leave this old love sin. Gonna go sailing right on through the air. Gonna take a trip in that good old gospel ship. I am going far beyond the sky. Yeah, well, I'm gonna shout and sing.